All right, there we go. All right, I forgot I was controlling it. I have the power. So, you know what? I mean, not all of you guys have a big gym and lots of apparatus and tools and equipment and everything else. And dummies like this right here. But if you guys can get yourself one of these, and especially if we're going to be quarantined for another 3-4 weeks, I think it would do you some good. The techniques, you know, not really guard per se, but anything from the top. This thing is great. This is a great tool. So give it some thought. I was talking to Junior. We're going to be putting together some workouts and some technical classes separate from this stream, separate from this. It's going to be in addition to this. That, you know, if you guys are interested and you have a dummy or access to a dummy or you want to get one, you can go and practice on something like that. But be warned, I was shopping around for dummies yesterday, and there are companies that are buying like 100 at a time. So I went to Amazon the other day and they were all sold out. So a lot of people are getting that idea. So if it's something that you've been considering, start looking now, start shopping now. So that's pretty much all I have to say today. I'm going to hand it over to Professor Kristina and Junior.
Mr. Gary, do me a favor. If you can see all the screens from your computer, can you make a screenshot of everybody that is in the class? I want to post it later.
Let me see here.
Email me that.
All right, hold on. I've got to smile for this. All right, hold on.
Okay,
it's hard to smile.
Like that. Don't smile like that. Oh, you almost broke the computer.
You guys should see. I put my computer on this ladder.
Yeah, that is not a good idea.
That's my Batmobile over there. Yeah, look. I mean, how many of you have like a wagon, a power washer, and a? These are all my like Armageddon supplies.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It's ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. All right. Get ready for screenshot. I'll do a couple of them because
I think Thorfinn wrote something. I couldn't quite read. I have a good what? Thorfinn wrote something, and I couldn't really quite read it.
Let me get some other people here. All right, here's got another screen. All right. So Junior, I'm handing it over to you guys, okay?
All right. Hello, everybody. First and foremost, thank you everyone that is in the class today. Thank you everybody that was in the class on Tuesday. You know, I really do appreciate it. We are doing this for all of you guys. We are doing this to make sure we all are connected in a way, even though we're not in the school. We're not going through very good times. You know, everybody's going through it. You know, so I think if you're able to connect this second family of ours, you know, through the camera, through the phone, whatever, I think it should help us all. Is it frozen?
I don't know.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Austin, I like that, man. Once this quarantine is over, you coming with Sharon now. Oh, Darnell is in. All right.
He left the Bat Cave.
Yeah. No, I'm just happy because Sharon was gonna make Austin train, and he's right there. So I was gonna check that. So yeah, guys. I appreciate you guys. And that's pretty much it. Austin is like, what is happening? He's like, yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna cover half guard. We did it on Tuesday. We're gonna cover it today again and next Tuesday, and then we're gonna probably change the topic next week, right?
So we're recovering full guard from half guard. So we'll start off first.
So usually when you have half guard, can you guys see it fine? Is it good?
I can see.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see you fine.
So usually when people have, you have a half guard, people will try to flat you out, right? Either to pass or to start making you feel uncomfortable so that you open your half guard, right? The most common way to react to this, if you're on the bottom, first and foremost is to alleviate pressure on your neck. And to do this, you're gonna use, so the person will have one arm over your neck, your other arm, right? Your opposite arm will come under the person's neck, and you lift your elbow. So here, I don't know if they can see that. Sorry. So guys, it's gonna look like this. So I'm right here. I'm gonna use my arm here. I'm gonna go under, and then I'm gonna open my elbow here. See? When I open it up, I start putting my, it's not comfortable for the person on top. So it's not as much pressure on my neck anymore. So I can breathe a little bit better. All right? I'll do this. Secondly, I'll use my other arm and I'll bring my full arm on the person's hip. All right? My other arm, go on the person's hip. It's common to use your hand and do this, but it's also very dangerous to do this because the person can just wrist lock you. All right? If your hand is right there, the person hips on top, like on top of your hand will, if they collapse their hips on top of your hand, they will hurt you, right? So you gotta be careful with that in case you do that. So I would suggest using your forearm just to have a frame there, you know, so that when you shrimp out your hips. So right here, I lift my arm under the neck. I have a frame here. Now I'm gonna shrimp, and I'm gonna bring my knee right on the chest. That knee on the chest, it helps in order for the person not to come back in. If your knee is too low, the person will be able to flat you out again and pass. So you gotta make sure the knee is right on the chest, all right? So from here, it becomes easy. You can choose to. Yes, good, Sharon, yep. Yeah, Sharon is actually doing it, awesome. So guys, you can choose to start attacking from here. It's fine with me because if you put yourself in a good spot, you can go for a scissor sweep, all right? But because sometimes we have half guard, we were suffering so much, at least I do, because I'm small. It was a lot of pressure. So I really just want to reset everything. So what I mean by reset is you're just gonna bring your leg out and close half guard, all right? Close half guard, make you grip, gives you a breather. So you get time to make a new plan, you know, because you were not in a good spot not too long ago. All right? Let's see what Coach said.
Now, one thing here is no one in their right mind would just let you hug like this.
Exactly.
So if they're already hugging you, it's going to be very hard to get this in. So the moment that you see that they're trying to hug, you can already have that should be your number one. Because otherwise, it's going to be a really, really big.
Yeah, if you allow them to go all the way here, I think the person on top has a lot more. There's a lot more pressure to succeed, you know, with what they want. So from the beginning, you're in a half guard. You want to start, you know, pushing yourself away. So the frame, it's a number one thing if you can. All right. You're gonna open your elbows first, frame on the hip. You're gonna lift your hip. So usually I shrimp, but if you want, which is also very good, you just need to lift here, over here, 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 here. All right. Take your hips out, bring your knee in. All right. You can choose to start attacking from here, but I would prefer, if you guys want, just close guard again. It will give you time to reset, breathe, and open. I was in a tight spot. Now I'm back, you know? Now I can start attacking again. And most of you have good attacks from close guard, all right? So let me do it on normal speed.
a different angle. So
Different one. Which angle? Yeah, just that one. What are you doing? So that was shrimping. All right, guys, if you have any questions, you can unmute and say it now. Good job, Sharon. Yeah.
nice.
Whoever is getting in now, we are, good job, Sharon. We are covering half guard, escapes, or whenever people flat you out and you have half guard. All right? If you don't have any questions, Professor Kristina will keep going, and she's gonna show her a way to get out of there.
Questions and questions?
Can we keep going?
Let's go. All right, so this one's a really simple one. This is one of my favorite ways to get out of flat half. This one's in particular really handy because sometimes they do a really good job and they don't let you get your frame in, right? If you can help it, you should always have your frames, but sometimes it's too fast or they drop their weight and they have the underhook, they're hugging your head and you're flat and you don't have a lot of options. So here, so he has me here flat. I wasn't able to get right, and I keep trying to get my frame in, but he uses his head to block, so I cannot. So this hand's really important. I want to make sure that this arm stays exactly where it is because I don't want to move it close to me like that. So I'm going to go ahead and either I can grab this belt and pinch, or I can grab the knee and pinch, whatever makes me happy. Okay, so either here or here. Okay, so I want to make sure that's tight. Now, this leg, I want to get in front of his hip. I want to get like a half butterfly. I can't do that from here. Look, I'm flexible, I can't do it. Okay, so I cannot use flexibility. I'm going to use my foot out, and I'm going to turn my hips, and then now I can put my foot, and now I can bring my hips back in. You see how I did that? A little bit. Okay, here. So I control. Okay. Foot. Turn my hip. Now I can get my foot in. Yeah. I can't stay on my side, and I go right back in. So now my foot's underneath his hip. Okay. All right. So you saw what happened on that side. Okay. So his hand is holding on the arm. This leg is going to come out. Come back in. This hand is going to hold right here on the outside of the pant leg. Now, really important now, I have to wait, okay? He can't stay here. He has to do something, otherwise he'll get called for stalling. So the moment he starts bringing himself forward, look how I can lift and I can bring my leg up. He could try to put his shoulder weight, yeah, and he starts lifting his hips, right? So I use my hook to elevate, and now I can take my leg, right? So I just elevate, kick out, I can get my clothes right. I use this one a lot. Okay.
Guys, with this technique with Professor Kristina, please, the timing has to be really good. So you will suffer a little bit more because the person you gotta wait for the person to get up. So when they do get their hips up, the pressure will be a little bit worse on your part, but it will work once they get their hips up. All right.
He's hugging. He did a good job. I can't get my frame in. He's using his head, so my hand's gonna grab the belt, the gi, whatever, and I pinch down. I can already grab this already too to make it easier, but I can just frame. Foot goes to the side. I turn, and I bring my hook back in, and my foot's underneath his hip right here, and I just have my foot flexing, okay? And I grab. Now I wait. I can't lift him on my own. I cannot. So the moment I feel like he's gonna try to lift a pass, it's really easy because he has to pass. He can't stay there. And I can close. Right. Now, sometimes too, if he really like overcommits going forward. Wait, let me get my. Yeah. Sometimes he'll really overcommit, and I can even sweep him, but I don't want to be too greedy. I just want to recover my guard. Okay. So this guard. And I wait. He tries to cut. Never cut.
I think one last thing that could happen, but it's very rare, is if
They try to cut.
not even somebody like just lets go and it works on your favor. Actually,
Yeah.
they just go back if they feel like you're gonna get out.
Yeah.
You want to show them that? That's the thing.
Like they.
Yeah. So guys, in some very rare cases, when people do not want to commit anymore, and you change your mind, and so I'm here, and I know Professor does this, or Talia does this, or Darnell, like I know they are good with this position, and even if I don't know, I would feel what they're trying to do. So I committed, right? And Professor has the technique ready. So if I feel like, man, if I get up here, she's gonna do something, and I let go, it works. It works on your favor. It works on the person's favor. You know, you let go of the pressure, you get up. All right.
You can also keep in mind that sometimes they will try to cut their way to the other side, and you can still follow them. So that means.
You want me to cut this?
Yeah. So let me get my. So I get everything set up, and maybe he starts when he goes forward, right? And instead of going this way, he starts going that way, which I can't lift it, but I still like he gives me this room here anyway, so that's fine. So I just use that frame so I can do that. Right? Or if he tries getting his knee on the inside, this cannot happen. This is bad here.
Yeah.
This cannot happen. But this is a more advanced move. Okay, because if he drops his weight here, if he drops his weight here, he's gonna have a really good pass. So I don't want to stay here. But if he does, sometimes I will have the room to frame and bring that leg in, but it's very, very difficult. So it's very important that the moment that I see that he is trying to do that again, this is a little bit more advanced, right? But if he tries doing that, I have to also straighten. Look how it turn. When he tries to cut, I have to also go with him. See how I'm like extending him. So when I extend, now I can take that out, right? That's a little bit more of an advanced one. The first one is going to be more effective, and it's the one that's more likely to happen. So for as long as you use your hook on the thigh, along with your grip on the pant leg to just elevate a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. You don't have to use a lot of strength. Really, again, you're using your opponent's weight and their motion to help you, right? They're already going that direction anyway, so you just make them light. And just whatever little space you need, that's how you take your legs out. If you're more flexible, you're smaller, you may not need as much weight, as much space. If you're bigger or not as flexible, you might have to really elevate a little bit more.
Okay, guys, don't have in your mind that whenever you're in half guard and you need that little space to free your leg and have full guard or something, don't have in your mind that you need to like exert a lot of strength to open this big space out of nowhere. You don't need it. It's just a time. I always say this: little bit of space to take your leg out. That's all you need. Because most of the time when you're in a half guard and they flat you out, it's survival mode. Or they were trying to pass and you close half guard and they flat you out. So you're surviving already. It's your last hope. So don't try to make it seem like, oh, I can just push. No, unless you're Darnell or Coach Mike, they won't open us yet. They will flip you all the way out to nowhere. But if you're not Coach Mike or Darnell, definitely like that little tiny space, it will work perfectly for you guys.
Key points to remember when you are on bottom half guard. Flat on your back is bad. Flat on your back in any position, anytime that you're on bottom is bad unless you're playing close guard. Yes. So always keep that in mind. If you feel that like, oh man, I have a really hard time with half guard, always have in your head like, don't be flat on my back. What if I'm already flat on my back, how could I get to my side? So think, can't be flat on your back. 2, frames. Frames are everything with half guard, right? If I don't want a person to be able to hug me or be able to smash me, my frames are super important, whether it be my frames with my arms or frame with my shin. You need to have those in place, because then you get to dictate the distance and the pressure that your opponent on top is able to have. And then I think the third would be your connection to them. So you have to understand your connection points and understand if you want to keep playing half guard, then making sure that your frames are strong, you have the right grips so that you can sweep or submit. And if you don't like being on bottom half, then you have the proper frames and the connections so that you can recover to a guard that you do like.
Yeah.
You don't have to force yourself to play half guard if you don't like it.
If they pass them, you would bad again.
Yeah, but you should know it because it's a pivotal transitional guard, right? It's like the first transitional guard that you will ever learn, and it's a gatekeeper. So it leads to other positions, whether you are progressing or you're trying to recover. So it's super important that you understand how to position yourself on bottom.
Yeah, I would say the biggest point really is for half guard, how I learned is number one goal is to never be on your back, like ever. Like
yeah, you're like us,
like tiny person,
tiny
like
people.
never be on your back. Austin, this should work for you since you're a wrestler. You're never on your back, so this would probably be stuck on your head with this position. Yeah, like you're never on your back, so that's
bridge
everybody else. Yeah, never on your back. Never on your back. So yeah, that is the goal, guys. Never on your back. If you're on the bottom, don't be on your back. Be on your side. Like if you can be on your side already, you have more chances to like succeed in whatever position that you need to get to. You know.
Close guard's cool, everything else bad.
Yeah, everything else no. Guys, I have time to ask whatever questions you want.
Questions? Anything?
Today's just smiling like the whole time.
Could be anything about what we showed today. Could be anything in general.
Hey, can y'all do a live?
What?
The whole
Are you speaking English right now? Talia, like.
Go ahead, Darnell. Ask a question.
I was asking, can y'all do it live? Like, Christine and half guard, and I want you to really resist. And Christine, you get away.
Oh, you want a little bit of more resistance? Okay.
Well, which one? His or mine?
I think yours.
Okay.
Yours.
Yeah. All right.
Now that he knows, he's not gonna try to pass.
Yeah, I would never try to pass. I was thinking already. Go. Okay, one more time. It's not gonna become a competition. Yeah. I was trying to. It does work. I was trying to. I almost let it go just to like hold your head.
Yeah, I use my feet for everything.
It works, guys.
Yeah, this is super important. Yeah. Like, again, I'm just looking for a little bit of space to get my legs in.
You see, when you're on live action, you didn't see me going too high, right? I was not elevated very high. It was just a little tiny beat, and the leg came out, and you close you get your close guard, and that's all you need, really. That's all you need. It's not gonna. You don't need to exert yourself a lot because it's already gonna be a fight, and as you saw it, you know. So if you're trying to be like, oh, I need to lift the person as much as possible, you might get yourself in trouble just a little bit, and then close your guard.
You're gonna cause a lot of people some trouble with this because immediately once you put a hook in, it alleviates a lot of the pressure. And it alleviates their or it eliminates their ability to control your hip as much because you have it free on one side. So use that hook really, really not just to elevate, but to also create distance. Like if you need to like stretch them out, if you saw that I wasn't necessarily bringing him upwards, I was actually even pushing him away this way, just so I can get my leg in. And again, the more that he tries to drive himself into me, it makes it actually easier for me to recover.
That's the norm. I think for the person on top, that's the normal reaction. Because once I knew the person has the hook, I was like, I don't want to lose the connection. So I was just trying to drive forward and I almost forgot to drive to the side or even pass. So it makes it easier on your, like on the person on the bottom. And truly, like if you use the second technique, like we are mostly used for people to frame and take their hips out and having like a knee shield. So if somebody uses a hook on your leg from inside, you already start wondering what are they gonna do. So it's a little bit, it's not out there a lot. So it's a technique that can surprise a lot of people. So you can use it to really, you know, get out of half guard when you're suffering and the framing is not working anymore. So you can use that.
It's super sneaky. I've been using it since I was a blue belt, so and I still use it today.
Yeah,
So
you work really well.
Any other questions?
Sharon is not fat. She's fine.
Junior.
Huh? No, I mean like it's that's not it didn't come out right. Sorry, English is not
You
my
guys
first language.
see? Do you guys see Darnell's name? It's Galaxy something. What the heck is that, Darnell? The Galaxy?
Why is he looking at that?
It's black.
Anybody else?
Anybody, guys, go ahead and ask your questions.
Hey, wait, Junior.
Yes.
Hey, do you think you can, if you think she's about to get you in full guard, you think you can pass? You think you're gonna abandon the half guard and try to pass?
No. The moment you abandon, the moment I try to bring my arms to go for the leg, she will close after. She'll get close guard. It's too quick.
He could try a knee cut type.
Yeah.
But like, or a leg weave, I should say. So but it's really, really hard because I get here, I'm gonna trap my arm, good. Get here, get the hook in, good. Get your hips back underneath me again. Yeah, there you go, and control this, right? So the moment I go for it, he starts elevating, right? I could try and do this here, but look how all the space I'm giving him. The only way I'd be able to do this is if I was able to successfully bring the knee in this way. And this would be very hard to do if he knows what he's doing, right? He will not.
Don't think you can smash his knee down?
If I can get to this point, yes. Yeah. If I can get to this, then for sure I'm gonna pass. But getting to that point, right?
See where my knee is and where your arm is?
Knees on the outside, and that's the reason why we have to trap this arm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. If there was no arm,
yeah, then
yes.
for sure I can do this.
Yeah, but it's right under here, so I can just do this.
He's pinching, so I cannot. I don't have the
There's
room.
no way for you to go there.
So as much as I keep trying to go this way, he just has to extend. He's holding onto this. Extend me. Yeah, there you go. Then he has it. So that's the reason why you also really want to make sure that that arm is trapped. Because if the arm is not trapped, they're going to take it out, and then they're going to be able to use it for something else. Either smashing the leg, use a different grip, pass another side. So again, you have to make sure that you are following them. And again, you just can't let your knee collapse. If your knee collapses, then you're going to be in trouble for sure. And then it's no longer a hook anymore. It's just kind of dead weight.
Yeah. That's a good question, Darnell. Finally.
Anything else? No.
Okay. First thing is, you know, drinking his beer, relaxing. That's nice. Yeah.
It's not relaxing, trust me.
I'm sorry, bro. But you do look like super cool and chill, so, you know. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions. What do you say?
I've just been trapped in this room for weeks on end, so.
I'm so sorry, bro. I know. You texted me about it, and I'm sorry.
It is what it is, man.
Again, it's what I said in the text messages. Whatever situation you are in now, try your best to be as positive as you can be for your mental side to be okay. You know, the more negative you be, the worse it's gonna be during this quarantine. Like, if you can just be positive, like I'll be truthful every day. I'm probably one of the least persons that go and checks, how many cases of coronavirus is. I just know that I'm at the house or I'm at the gym. I'm not going out, and that's what I need to do. You know, I'm doing my social distancing. Of course, not from Kristina, but you know, because she's forcing me. But from other people, I'm not really going out or anything. So I know that I'm doing my best to help, help flatten the curve and everything. And we all should be getting out of this soon, you know.
So, if nobody has any other questions, hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys like it. If you do have any questions on anything else, you follow the message, either me or
anywhere.
Junior. If you have questions about anything else, this doesn't necessarily have to be about what we're covering. It could be
Anything.
anything in general, or any requests of positions you'd like for us to like do extra coverage. So next week we could show what we're showing for the curriculum, and then also answer
Your
question or request after we finish teaching curriculum. So keep that in mind because we are here. It's not like we have anything else better to do.
No, we don't. So we definitely will take out of the time, make a video, do whatever we need to do, you know, Instagram, Facebook, email. We'll send you even the video if you want.
I'll do a TikTok or something.
Yeah,
I'll
something.
teach you.
Yeah.
Do you guys need a tripod? Because I have a tripod here that you can use.
If you, sure. You can, how would you do that? Would you like send it to the gym?
Oh no, I'm in Maryland, so I could just drive.
Oh, you can just drive. Okay, cool. I'm in the gym, so.
I can't go to my home in Virginia because it's out of our travel radius.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck here. But yeah, I have a tripod.
Yeah, definitely. That would be useful, man. Yeah. We're using this.
It's like a phone mount that you can put onto the mirror.
On the mirror.
That I got with my toothbrush kit, my fancy toothbrush kit.
Yeah, it's very weird, but it works.
Mine's the same thing. It's just on a tripod. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely, man. Whenever you have the time, we'll be
let me know. Let me know what time's good. Maybe I'll bring it by on Monday.
Dude, whatever time. Like,
oh yeah.
We are here.
We're not going anywhere.
All right. I'll hit you up tomorrow then.
All right. Cool. That works.
Hey,
Guys.
Thorfinn, don't you have a dummy in your house?
It's at my house in Virginia, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would totally be following along.
Oh, do you know how to make a
Guys,
dummy?
yeah, there's videos of how to make a dummy.
I do.
Please, if you don't have a dummy, I wanted to say that in the beginning, or you don't have a partner like Sharon and Austin are perfect. There you go. If you don't have a partner in your house or you don't have a dummy, make sure you just watch this video and make one for yourself. And there you go. You have something to work on, you know? Yeah. There's a lot of links to videos that people posted. If I can, I'll just send a link to Mr. Gary and he's gonna post it. And then you guys can watch it and make one for yourself. Like, you know.
Just literally using stuff that you have around.
Yeah, like towels. You don't have to go crazy. If you don't have the possibility to get one, you know.
I'll show you how to make one.
Yeah. You gonna do one? Mm-hmm. You gonna do one?
Yeah, I can make it.
You gonna use the towels to do that?
No, I'll use a blanket or something.
The blanket?
You gonna stuff a rash
put a
guard?
bag over your head, then you'll be my grappling dummy.
No, I'm already here. What are you talking about? All right, guys.
Totally like that.
So listen,
There
all right, guys. Other than that,
on YouTube about how to make a dummy. You know, people are stuffing rash guards, pants, clothes.
Yep.
I mean, if
you
you
use your gi, your top of your gi. It worked perfectly, guys. Perfect.
A friend of mine posted a tutorial on how to make it. So
there's
if
a
you
lot
guys
of
need it,
tutorials.
we'll send out the links.
Yeah. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. This is probably up until now the best online jiu-jitsu class we have had. You know.
Keep it interactive.
Yeah, you guys are still too quiet, but once you guys like figure out that you guys can just talk and it's just like we're in class, I think it would be better. But for now, I'm very happy with it. The past few weeks was only like 4 people. It was mostly Tim and.
There's 2 people.
2 people, yeah. Tim, Stephanie.
Actually, it was 1 person, Eduardo. And Eduardo, Tim. And then
we went to Tim.
I think now that you guys are using Zoom and it's
not
just on Facebook. Yeah, because I can't be using Facebook where I work.
Exactly. That was government jobs and everything, you know. I know some of people in the gym are spies. I still believe people are spies, but
okay, that's right.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. This one, guys.
All right, thanks you guys.
Guys, thank you. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. If you guys have the time, Mr. Gary has the HIIT workout tomorrow. Just go to our group page and get ready and do the workout. Like if you're home, like man, it is really something that will help you. I was doing it before Mr. Gary took everything to his house. So he just stole the whole gym, but all the equipment. But okay, if you don't have the bike too, fine. What?
Did you take the bike too?
And, dude, he took everything.
Oh my God! Like, oh, he took the easy one. He took the easy one. He cheated. He took the easy one.
Yeah, he took the easy one. No, he took the hard one. I'll be true. He took the hard one.
Oh,
All right, guys.
Nah,
We'll wrap it
Darnell,
up.
you like that, don't you?
okay. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I hope everybody's here on Tuesday. And I sent some of you guys the links. If you guys can take that link and send it to another person that you might think would like to be in the class, like that is part of the gym, do it. I think a reminder from a friend makes, goes a long way. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Stay safe.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys. Oh,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Kristina.
guys. Bye.
All right.
All right, Darnell. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Torfin. Bye,
Big
Austin.
Galaxy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Mr. Gary.
Thanks a lot, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you, Torfin. Eric.
All right, we're
Peace out,
going.
man.
Bye-bye.
Hey, take care.
Yeah. Tremont.